listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network. You are either watching us in the LOZ app or you're listening to us on our show on Saturday mornings on KRMS from 10 to 11 a.m. We're so happy to be a part of the KRMS family and do our simulcast. We get a big kick out of it. And that's why a lot of times I like having my buddies who also have shows over there to come on and talk about what's going on, because we kind of double team it and I get a little bit of, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting some education from guys who've been in the business forever. So I'm just a newbie, and so I get to follow. And we got Kevin Burns, KB, the host of Ozarks Today, is on with us today. KB, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. And what's great about the Lake of the Ozarks is we used to have what we call the shoulder season, but the shoulders are like this anymore. And that's because we've got so much going on. And you and I were talking prior to the podcast itself. And it's like we started thinking, what events do we have going on? We came up with a couple and we're like, oh yeah, don't forget this. And oh yeah, don't forget that. And that's what's amazing about the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks is you can literally come down here any time of year when the weather isn't causing problems for us and enjoy yourself.
And it used to be the biggest thing going on this time of year is the water, winter drawdown. I mean, that was the most exciting thing going was, getting out there and repairing your seawall and seeing what kind of treasures you can find on the lakeshore that were left after the season. But there's a lot going on coming up. And I mean, starting with, this, we're talking on Saturday, but tomorrow, there's quite a big event going on. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but the Super Bowl. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard about this event. I don't necessarily know that a lot of us here in mid-Missouri will be watching because, of course, our Chiefs did not make it in this year, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think, the pressure had been building on them for a number of years, and you're expected to perform year after year when you're a Super Bowl winning team. And so, unfortunately, some guys got hurt, Patrick Mahomes and others, but hey, best of luck. It's a rematch between the Seahawks and the Patriots because they did this one other time. Patriots walked away with the win, and the Seahawks would like to equal the tally, if you will.
Well, and the Seahawks were set to win that game until they made a bonehead throw in the last play of the game. So that I'm sure they have a little bit chip on their shoulder about this one. I think it's going to be a good. I love Super Bowl. Super Bowl is more about. I think it's 70% getting together with friends and partying and eating some good appetizers and then the other parts of the game, which is just a blast. I mean they've done such a great job of promoting that game and the halftime show and all the stuff that goes on around it. And I'm a marketing guy, so I love the new commercials that come out. I always love to sit around and watch what everybody did for those new commercials. So that's going to be fun.
It will certainly be a lot of fun. I think a majority of the people watch it for the commercials and, of course, the halftime show, which I couldn't tell you much about the halftime show this year. And I know there's some alternatives out there if you're not a big fan of what they've got planned as far as the Super Bowl is concerned. However, I know there's a lot of places around the lake and that are going to be open.
Those of you listening on the radio, you can't see it, but he's wearing his Papo's jersey. So I'm sure they're going to have the game on at Papo's. There's going to be all kinds of TVs. And my buddy Randy Sparks from 21st Century Automation is the guy who puts all those TVs in at Papo's. So give a shout out to 21st Century Automation as well for allowing everybody to watch those games over there at all the locations and especially the new one up there in Camdenton.
We've got so much going on around the lake, and of course a lot of the local bars and restaurants and eateries and maybe some places you didn't even expect are going to have the Super Bowl on. So if you don't want to drag a bunch of people into your house to clean up afterwards, then take them out of the town. We've got a lot of great places for people to go and enjoy the event. So Super Bowl, any quick prediction, Ken? Who do you think is going to pull it off? And would you be so inclined as to throw a score out there?
I am going to pick Seattle, NFC West, and I am going to say it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be 46-58. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. I think it's going to be a high one.
I, too, would go with Seattle. A couple of my favorite all-time players that played football of course, we're in Seattle, but that's not important right now. But I'll go Seattle. I'll say maybe not quite the score you predicted, somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 28-26 Seattle. They're going to eke it out with maybe a field goal in the final couple of minutes of the fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you this. One of the things that I think everybody's going to win on if they are planning correctly is Valentine's Day.
Yes,
that's going to come up right after Super Bowl. And if you want to frequent one of these awesome restaurants around the lake. And we're so lucky that now a lot of places are open. You got all the restaurants that are doing their thing for Valentine's Day. It's kind of the official kickoff for a lot of the restaurants. They kind of take a hiatus in January and then kick it back up for Valentine's Day. So, I mean, if you want to go to Jeffrey's and get yourself some, lobster and prime rib, if you want to go down to Alley Cats and get yourself a pizza. I mean, we run the gamut of all the places that you can go for Valentine's Day. And if you're staying in, I know, Kevin, there's a couple places you can go buy some good seafood or steaks, right? I mean, you have a couple ideas.
My friends at Deerbergs over there would love to help you out. I know they've got plenty of crab legs, shrimp, if you want to go surf and turf. If you even want to just, guys, get out there and experiment. If you're not real kitchen friendly, I would say that you can still find a lot of things. And I would imagine the deli at Deerbergs could prepare some food for you. Don't forget a nice Valentine's Day cake, pie. They've got all kinds of good stuff in there. And we pretty much run the gamut. So Deerbergs, a great place to go as well as a lot of the other local grocery stores, supermarkets, whatever you want to call them. And that's another thing. I'll tell you what, a lot of stuff flying out the doors these days at a lot of the local supermarkets. So check them out. Go see my friends at Deerbergs. Heck, you might even run into me. And if you do, grab me and we'll strike up a conversation for a couple of minutes and get caught up.
Well, and if you get done with Valentine's Day and you had a successful Valentine's Day, it's time to crawl because the pub crawl is going to be the next week. And the pub crawl is always, you say the big kickoff, but you sit inside with this weather and you don't go out and when the pub crawl comes along, everybody gets motivated and they're ready to kind of go out and party, aren't they?
I'll tell you what, I had a chance to speak with Legina Fitzpatrick about the pub crawl not too terribly long ago. And it seems like every year they just find another way to fine tune the event with the buses for all of the pub crawlers, a lot of the local hotels and motels. They get on board. There's a website for you to check out, a Facebook page regarding pub crawl. You can go, you can have a great time. The main thing is we want you to have a great time. We just don't want you to get behind the wheel of a vehicle. And so take the buses, take advantage of a lot of the great hotels and motels that are enjoying the fact that people are coming down. They want to offer them some discounts. And, don't forget, by the way, the pre-party the night before at the Encore. They have a great pre-party. You can go, you can get a wristband, you can get psyched up for pub crawl. And then they have a big prize package they're giving away as well.
I had a chance to sit down with Merlin, the owner over there, and he was telling me that their outdoor area there, they can get that up to about 65 degrees. If it's unbelievable. You wouldn't expect that they have these isinglass they roll down and they have these big heaters. And he said, they can make it nice and toasty. So regardless of the weather, it's going to be a great evening and a great spot to see a show and to kind of let loose.
Well, I tell you, one of the great things that we have here at the Lake of the Ozarks is a great group of people that like to market and like to plan and like to make sure there's always something going on. And like I said, the shoulder season has shrunk considerably over the years. I remember when I first moved here in the mid-'80s when Labor Day weekend and the NFT party was over, you could see tumbleweeds rolling across the road. Now, it's hard not to find a place to do something and be involved just about any time of year. And I think it's great that, regardless of the weather, you can find something going on at the Lake of the Ozarks in January. Now we're talking February, obviously, and as we kind of move on down. And I will say, as far as to kind of back up a little bit to Valentine's Day, we've got Renew Your Wedding Vows out at Bridal Cave. We've been doing that almost, it seems like 15, probably getting close to maybe 20 years of doing it. I don't know if it's been quite that long, but it's an opportunity for you to come out to Bridal Cave, go down in the actual cave, you renew your wedding vows. They have someone there that performs the ceremony. You get pictures, you get goodies. And we're also asking people, if they wouldn't mind, it's not required, to bring by some non-perishable food items, canned goods, whatever you want to bring, maybe some personal hygiene items. And that goes to local food pantries and the like, which again is a win-win. You get to come in, do this absolutely free of charge. You get a pass to come back and enjoy Bridal Cave. You get all the goodies, and then local food pantries win as well.
That's awesome. I mean, that's really cool. And like I said, there's so much going on. I mean, let's not forget the Overland Park Boat Show is coming up on the 19th through the 21st. I mean, that is really kind of the official kickoff. I mean, you get to come out and see the boats. You get to come out and see all the toys. Everybody's getting excited. It's just around the corner. I love boat show season. It's something that has just always been a part of what we do. And just in case you didn't know it, the LOZ app is now the official app of Londa. And you can go in anytime you want on the front page of the LOZ app. There's a button called Londa, and you go in there and it tells you all the information you need to know about the show, where everybody's booth is at, how do you contact all the vendors. So we're real happy to have them as promotional partners, and we'll be actually broadcasting live. We have a live stream that Thursday of Overland Park Boat Show, where we'll be broadcasting from 4 to 7 on the live stream in the LOZ app. And we're excited about that. That's going to be a fun way to kind of kick off the summer season. That's when it starts for me, at least.
Lake of the Ozarks Breed Dealers Association, they go west to Overland Park, then they head east to St. Louis and St. Charles, and they have the boat show there as well. So it's like a nice 1-2 punch, and everybody gets to see some of the things that they could possibly be enjoying this summer on the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Want to mention the folks with the Camden Area Chamber of Commerce on the 28th. They've got their big home business expo going on, and that's always a lot of fun. I'll be there broadcasting live from 10 until 3, talking to a lot of the exhibitors.
It's an awesome show. We are sponsors as well. We actually have a what we call an app breakout. So we'll have a page for that show just for that weekend. You can go in and see where all the booths are. You can see all the people that are showing at the show itself. But it's a great place to go get started on all the things you have going on for the season, and really get a chance to look at all the new products that are out there as well. I mean, KB, we've only been talking here for a couple of minutes, and we've gone through 7 different things. I mean, the season's here, man. Like, this is it. We love promoting local. I know you do too. We love having you on to talk about all the things that are going on here. And, you know, this is going to become a regular segment, I think, where I get on with KB and we kind of go through all the things going on at the lake and try to give everybody some love.
Absolutely, Ken. Always a pleasure. And you're on my show on Tuesdays at 4:40. So let's tag team and have a lot of fun.
Thank you, brother. All right, that was KB, everybody, host of Ozarks Today on KRMS. Check him out over there, and we will be right back after these messages.